Bloody hell, mate! Seriously?
They'll eat you alive.
The basic fundamentals of football at men's level include a ball, 2 goals, 4 corner flags, 11 players on each side, a referee and assistant referees. As far down as Sunday League football, the men's game, rightly, is able to provide all of this. But why can't the women's non-league scene be guaranteed these essentials? In the women's 5th and 6th tier, the referee takes charge of all the assistant officials' roles due to the fact that it is not enforced when they attend the games. It is clear that this inequality between men's and women's football stems far back.
I've played for the first Sheffield United women's team back in 1993 when it was formed. That was really the first time I'd had a chance to play organised 11-a-side football, apart from a year or so before that with Hallam University. Because I've been playing football whenever I've been able to since I was about 6 or so, I think. That was in the 1970s, not long after a 50-year ban on women playing affiliated football was lifted. So I grew up in a time when there was a lot of opposition to girls playing football, very few opportunities.
According to the North East Regional Women's Football League rules, published this season, it states under Section 23C, where assistant referees are not appointed, each team shall provide a club assistant referee. Substitutes are not permitted to act as club assistant referees. Failure to comply with this rule will result in a fine in accordance with the fines tariff. If such a rule exists, then why is it not upheld? There is plenty of work being done to level the playing field for women's football, especially at professional and semi-professional level. But why has the treasured non-league scene been left in the dust?
And how much of that refereeing experience have you gained in Yorkshire, particularly involved in the Sheffield and Hampshire Women's and Girls Leagues and the 5th and 6th tier in around this area?
So probably the last 7 or 8 years I've been involved with the Women and Girls League. Before that I did referee on women's games, but it's all sort of new to me. It was there. So when you've got assistants, you play a slightly different game, whereas you've got an assistant across from you. You cover the other part of the pitch. When you haven't got assistants, you need to be more in the centre of the pitch so that you can be reactive to either side. And also, when you've got assistants, that means they're in that half. If there's a long ball goes up, I'm running behind it, he's in line or she's in line, so they know what they've got in front of them and they can communicate that to me. Whereas where I'm on my own, I tend to stick more to the centre part of the pitch so that I don't get caught too badly.
To settle the differences that assistant referees make to women's football, I conducted a test to find out how much of an impact it makes for Richard to have trusted officials on the sidelines. To start off, we watched Richard referee a game without assistants, as he would normally in this division.
Yes, she's very well. She's a good one to watch.
We are live at the Jubilee Sports and Social Club as Sheffield Wednesday ladies face off against York City development side.
I think it went well. I don't think there was any moans about offsides. There was a couple of comments from players, but when I explained who I'd seen play it on, they all accepted it. So yeah, good.
Harry O'Reilly finds a pocket of space inside the York City midfielder. She looks to find Norsworthy down the right flank, but it just evades the winger, who brings down the opponent. Free kick to York City. Shaw is weaving through the York defence. She's brought down by the York attacker there. The referee Richard Trinder waves away at the protest. Plenty of noise from the Wednesday dugout after that decision. It's another Wednesday attack, this time through Lloyd, who is yanked back by the York City player. Nicole Shaw looks to get on stray ball, but the referee brings play back for the earlier foul. York City now with space on the right as the attacker leaps ahead of Bessie, but she must have just strayed in offside position there. Great call from the referee today.
No, I didn't today. They were really accepting of it. Sometimes you do, but today, an exception. It's quite nice.
Now we look at how Richard fares with assistant referees and the difference it makes with the confidence in his decision making.
And we are underway in the Steel City derby. It's Sheffield Wednesday ladies taking on Sheffield United Foundation Community side. Winter Ladies coach Gary Wilson is far from happy with Gilligan after being brought down there. Referee Richard Trinder having none of it. Willie Mae Jackson puts pressure on the Blades player. Noseworthy escapes down the right, but it's a fine tackle by the United defender to put it out for a throw-in.
Sheffield's just nicked in before her and she's gone to clean the ball out and she's just cleaned her out. You get the obvious debates, goalkeeper, line out, helping out. Yeah, you got it right, it's penalty.
How can that be a foul?
Definitely helped by the systems being used today. Those tight offsides, those running down the line, they're in line with it and they can give a really good decision on it. Whereas sometimes, as I said before, I'd be having a guess and I'd go with the defence.
Was there any objection from the Sheffield United side on the decision?
There was a few, yeah. Kicking the ball away from the number 5, which she got booked for, and the goalkeeper who claimed it was never a penalty in a million years, but that's to be expected.
When the one late in the game, like this end, I thought if anything it was the other way around. So I thought it would be a defensive free kick, locked across it with the assistant there, and he was going there. And if they wanted to give it, they'd have asked me to flag it.
So arguably the referees in the women's game are doing the job of 3 people. Are they getting paid 3 times as much? Doubt it. I suppose particularly manage things like offside decisions, in VAR or anything either. But yeah, whatever the reason is, it's definitely a clear discrepancy between men's and women's football. Yeah.
We should have assistants at this level, whether they're club assistants. 2 reasons. Number 1, it makes it easier for the referee to have a good game. And number 2, as the girls progress through playing, they're then used to having assistants and they adapt accordingly. I think just to put it in at a certain tier, it's hard work, because the girls for the first few games playing against teams that have been there for a long time will then get caught offside because they're not used to having the assistants there.
As things pan out, there are no immediate plans to enforce assistant referees in women's non-league football, something that truly reflects on the feelings for the game from the higher-ups, whether it's the lack of funding or lack of respect that it truly deserves.